This is the Riot Podcast.
Quite a strong intro.
Well, sometimes, Nikki, you got to hit them hard at the beginning.
You do grab them, and now you guys can't stop listening.
Couldn't possibly stop listening right now. Things in the podcast today. Nikki calls me a man baby.
I didn't mean to, but we had been off air, and it just popped in my mind, and I guess that's just what happens, and we deal with the consequences.
I just noticed that if Nikki has something to say about me, it's like, oh,
You
that's
called me
funny.
a boat.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
You made it seem
I played
like
a boat sound.
while talking about
But
me.
your reaction to that is like, emotional, but maybe I feel those emotions, I just don't show them.
Sure, you're keeping it
Like
in.
when you called me a man baby, something inside me died a little bit. But it's fine. I feel good about it.
Even if you were acting like a man baby. No one knows.
And look.
No one knows.
It's dead. Let's kick it. Let's kick it some more. All right.
No, you're feeling better, though, so you're totally fine today.
Yeah, I am feeling better. Well, I'm going to go like 80%.
That's a good call.
75? 73.5. 70.
I'd say around 80%. He's been fighting a cold.
Okay, adulting class. Nikki and I take time to believe in miracles.
Oh, we do.
We do. A $10 million bonus situation, coffee shops without cups, the ultimate yacht, and I mean that, actually, and the Mac Pro of your dreams.
If only you could.
If
you could
only-
buy the super yacht, then to you just don't care for this high-priced Mac item.
I also forgot to mention that I may be back on something that...
Oh, you're putting that in there?
It's in there.
The shame.
I'm not ashamed. Mm-hmm. You are.
No, I'm not. I'm just...
I know you are, but what am I?
Okay, well, we're... All right. That's what we're working with. That's what we're working with
I'm rubber,
today.
you're glue.
All
Whatever you
right.
say bounces off me and sticks to you.
All right. Well, everybody, enjoy the podcast today.
I got this.
We're going to go now.
Bye.
Bye.
The Riot. They're kind of a big deal.
Hey, can we do that again? Maybe a little more energy?
No. Radio U.
Good news is Obi sounds better.
Yeah, I actually...
Seems to be feeling better.
I think I'm feeling better. I slept way better last night. Like, way better last night than I have the previous nights. Yesterday, I just had an air of desperation about my entire day.
You were desperate for rest because you weren't feeling good.
That's how I felt. It was just like at every turn, I was just like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to make it. A little pathetic, but that's
Is that
how I felt.
why it was more man baby-ish?
You mean yesterday?
Yeah. Well, just because you were very not feeling well.
You know what? I conducted myself well enough.
I guess, yes. You were better throughout the day. You were. In the morning, you were a little desperate, I could tell, because you were, I think, so tired.
You know what? Truth's coming out here. That's what I'm feeling.
I couldn't think of any other term besides man baby. That was it.
Thanks a lot.
I'm sure there was something nicer.
How about warrior?
Warrior.
Facing down your difficulties.
Because of the strength that you showed.
You showed such great strength in the face of difficulty.
You did. Yeah. Okay. Then that would have been a better term, right?
Instead, the term was man baby.
Actually, it was only because we were talking about something about a baby.
Something off air.
The minute that's the only thing that was still in my head.
I will tell you, Nikki and I have something great in just a couple minutes about her. We're all big fat babies.
Yes, absolutely.
But I'm excited to see that Nikki's not dead. Jason dropped by.
Yes, it was so sweet. He texted us yesterday, and his mom makes these every Christmas time.
What is this?
It's some sort of pastry, and he dropped them off this morning when I was coming in, and I thought, oh, it was so nice.
Oh, boy.
Is it good?
Did you open it up? Look.
Yeah, I did. They look amazing. I can't eat yet. I got like 30 minutes left till I can eat.
Wow.
It's homemade. Is it apple?
Yeah, but it's not the apple that...
It's the pastry.
Good Lord.
Big, fat pastry. Again, coming up
There
our
must be a ratio here.
That's the ratio of it. That's our conversation that we have coming up in a moment.
Dude, thanks a lot.
She does orders like for Christmas time, and so she was making some extra. It's a Danish pastry.
I can't believe how good it is. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not just saying that. Like, you know how you get... Okay, you know how you get like a Twinkie and then you go to Amish country and somebody makes you something real.
Like homemade, real ingredients.
Like there's such depth of flavor to it, and like it's so rich, but in a
Dip that in your coffee in a few minutes. Bring the coffee right on over. They got better, but it does usher nicely into the next story.
And I just want you to know, I try. You guys will never believe this when I say this, but we actually try not to eat sugar in the morning.
Sure,
because we got to stay flat.
We do.
For
We
the
can't.
show.
We can't go up and down. And that's homemade. That'll be a different up and down.
I can't. Like, I seriously am amazed at how good that actually is.
Jason, tell your mom she's amazing.
Wow, I'm legit impressed. Like that was delicious.
And then like a Danish
Not
pastry.
available in stores.
That's the best type of riot food fight.
The worst podcast with the best listeners. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
So the first thing that Nikki and I come into this morning is an article that we have found.
Well, first is the Danishes. We come in and we have these wonderfully delicious homemade Danishes that Jason brought in.
Yes, and thank you for that. So there is this study that has been done at the University of Michigan, and they have been looking into what they call the Yale Food Addiction Scale. And so the idea is there are certain foods that you are, quote unquote, they say addicted to. Like when faced with this food, you're powerless before it.
So you have more chance of being addicted to these types of foods?
Yeah, so the foods on the list were chocolate, ice cream, French fries. Oh, yeah.
French fries
Pizza,
and chocolate ice cream.
Biscuits.
Yes.
Crisps. So potato chips. Cake, buttered popcorn, and cheeseburgers.
It's everything. Everything we love.
At the bottom of the list were brown rice, cucumber, and broccoli.
Meaning you tend to not get cravings or feel like you're addicted to any of those.
So here's what they say is the one thing that those addictive foods have in common is that they have the same carb to fat ratio as breast milk.
So meaning
that
let's wrap it all around.
All you big fat babies, you got hooked on your mom's stash when you were a baby.
And that's
now you can't stop.
It's the same chemical makeup.
No, I got it. Because basically, like, breastfeeding is not super common anymore. This is all of us. This is us growing up, and because our moms gave us formula, she's why we're fat.
Is that it?
Your mother was withholding when you were a child, and your entire life you're out there looking for the love and acceptance that you're finding through food that your mom denied to you as a child.
Which is why you can't say no to the cake, the buttered popcorn, any of those things on that list. It's not your fault.
It's not. I'm so excited that we have someone to blame now.
It's not our fault. And coming up close to Christmas time where we've been eating all this stuff, you go home and you tell your mom it's her fault that
yes,
you can't lose the weight.
Please go home and explain this to your mom.
Hey, it's a study.
You're like, Mom, you're going to make a comment about my weight? Because I got something for you.
Might have gained a few pounds during the year.
I would like to explain to you why this is your fault.
Well, I think if anybody wants a link to the story to just bookmark to take when you go home, please ask us.
Oh, I love it.
You know,
we're all babies just looking for a hit.
It really seems true, first off. And second, when you tell the list of food, it's like ding, 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 everything. Absolutely everything. Down to the cheeseburgers.
Yeah. Nikki and I are having cheeseburgers and fries at lunch today.
And you know what? We've been so excited.
So excited.
Since yesterday.
I'm finally going to feel some love and acceptance today.
I know.
I've been so lonely.
Again, it's not our fault.
It's fine.
Oh, all right. Well,
You're
that was
all babies.
Big babies.
You're like, I really wish I could have some pizza. And what you're really saying is, I wish my mom had left me.
I wish I had a bottle. A pizza bottle.
Well, now we know.
Not normally believing a lot of these studies, but there is something to that.
I want to believe this because it allows me to place blame on someone else.
And we like that.
Yeah.
A Rotten Tomatoes score so high, they refuse to make it public. The Riot on Radio U.
First off, I want to say good morning to Katie.
Good morning, Katie.
And then, Nikki, I have a message for all of us.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you listening?
I'm listening with my heart and my ears.
I need everything open.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes. That's the song you were...
Nikki,
Are you ready for a miracle?
there can be miracles. Here it comes again. Listen. It swells.
Who knows what miracle?
Come on.
Yes.
You can achieve.
Sing it.
When you believe
Somehow you will.
What are we believing in?
Here it comes. You will and you believe.
What are we believing in?
Nikki, I believe in sheets.
Yes.
You know what sheets are?
Sheets is
Not what you put on your bed, son.
That's wrong. Sheets is a gas station. It's in our state, but it's not near our studios, which is, basically where we hang out around the most, where we live at. So it's here, but it's just not near us.
That's right. And so what Nikki and I have been believing for our whole lives, basically, at this
Not
point.
our whole life.
Yeah, very close. Very close. Is that one day sheets would come to us.
Yeah.
Now,
So Katie sent us a little information.
Katie says that there is a sheets that's coming to Columbus finally. Hopefully near where I actually, if they just put it right across the street from me, like from my house, that'd be fine.
No, I want it up here by work.
I actually do too.
I want
but
it
that's
here.
the
Everything
most,
comes here.
That is the most dangerous place they could put it. Because I will spend 30 minutes in my car to get here, which is just enough for me to be desperate enough to make some poor choices.
So it's like, why do you guys care? It's a gas station. No.
No. It's a gas station with all the foods.
And I prefer more this one called Wawa's. That's my favorite, and Sheets is second.
I don't even
But
care.
I'll take
whatever.
it.
No, we'll take it.
Well,
'Cause I could go
absolutely.
in there. I go in there and get a cheeseburger at 3 a.m.
And it's good. That's the difference between some of the other gas stations we have here. Oh. Where they're trying to lure you in, and they're like, here, you can have an entire breakfast meal for 50 cents.
Yeah, come on. 2 hot dogs for 99 cents. Always.
That's what you're wanting.
I just go in and order that.
So, Katie, we're trying to find on the Facebook page, like you were mentioning,
We can't find it.
but we're still believing in it.
Nikki.
So it doesn't matter.
When you
We're still believing.
Man.
Even if it's just rumors.
Come on, Nikki. Come
I
on,
don't
Nikki.
care. We'll spread that. We'll gossip.
You will when you believe.
Beautiful.
Come on, are you ready? Are you guys ready to believe? I'm ready to believe, Nikki.
We want everything that we love.
Knows
Right here at the
what
station.
Miracles we will achieve.
Shivers. Shivers.
Oh, man, something.
It's so beautiful.
Somehow
'Cause it's shivering.
You will. You will when you believe. I believe in hot dogs 2 for 99 cents.
Yes, sir.
I believe in a 44-ounce Diet Coke straight from the fountain.
Remember your big Sheets cup? What is it? The Sheetinator?
Oh, it was the Fizzinator.
Fizzinator.
You remember the Fizzinator?
Yeah, it's this giant thing. It's like bigger than his head.
Refills were like a penny. You know,
But you can barely carry it in.
you got
Just doesn't fit in your car.
You got a special backpack you have to wear to get it in and out.
But the soda, all the
So-
soda you'd get.
Oh man! And then they offer. Do you know they offer a bucket of fries? You can get, maybe they call it a cup of fries. You can get a 44-ounce cup full of French fries. Come on, come on! What does that sound like to you? I'll tell you what it sounds like to me. Miracles, Nikki. Somehow you will.
Oh, just
There can be miracles, guys.
thank you, Katie, for again texting us. If Sheets is coming to our studio area, we appreciate that.
Oh man! Come on,
Just beautiful, right? Beautiful. Believe in something today.
we need it. Nikki.
Beautiful.
You know what you need? We need hope. America needs hope again. we need hope. In these hard times,
We just need that gas station here.
just a gas station. That's all.
The Riot has now been downloaded. Hope you installed some antivirus. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Do you ever find yourself lacking in the area of adulting? You're like, well, what do you mean? I mean, like actual adult stuff, the stuff they don't prepare you for, like, I don't know, balancing your bank account, knowing how to pay your bills on time, knowing how to change the oil in your car,
Cleaning your place.
Yeah, cleaning. Like that's small, but
Important.
something. Yeah. So you're not alone. A lot of people feel that. I thought it was great. I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago, the public library in Bend, Oregon was offering like classes for anybody and everybody. And they were doing like one a month where it was like a different subject each month of the year to kind of teach you how to do stuff. Well, even in the institutions of higher learning around this great nation, people are struggling knowing what to do when they get out of school. And so we've got Belle and Jenny. They have both graduated from University of California, Berkeley. And they said that when they got out into life, they were clueless.
Sure.
There was just so many things that they just did not know how to do. And so they have gone back to the college and said, listen, we have to do something.
They want to go back in. They don't want to be out again.
No, they are working with the college to offer a 12-week course called Adulting.
Yeah.
And it debuted last spring, and the class is completely booked up. Like, people are taking it like crazy. Now, some of that might be because, it gets a little...
Maybe you already know some of this stuff, so you go in and it's a little easier. Or...
Well, I don't know that it's for credit.
Okay.
I think it might just be...
Just for funsies?
Mm-hmm. But there are 90-minute sessions that feature a presentation from one of the two ladies, and then also a presentation from an outside expert.
On it?
To talk to you about it.
It's a great idea.
It is. So, like, for example, one of the things that they did was they brought in somebody from Lyft to talk about applying for a job and different ways that they could do side hustles and things like that. I don't know. I don't know what that presentation, but they did a whole bunch of them now.
Cool.
And it's an interesting
Great idea. I mean, normally you could look to YouTube and try to put together a collection of what you feel would be the adulting type things you don't know how to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes being in front of someone actually helps a lot better.
This is interesting. One of their classes was on how to create good habits. I'll tell you this right now. Like, you'll see that if you're somebody who has been, like, let's say, a high school athlete forever. Once you have a coach that stops telling you what to do, a lot of people don't know what to do after that. It's like, well, don't you want to stay in shape? I don't know. What do you do? Whatever.
Well, no one's
doesn't
yelling
matter.
at you to do it anymore.
So you have to learn how to create your own habits.
Motivation.
Yeah, it's interesting. So again, I imagine most of us probably not in a position to go over to Berkeley and take this class. But as Nikki said, some YouTube videos.
We could put together something. You could figure out, your own collection of classes.
Check in at your local library or something. Become a lifelong learner.
It's a good
Maybe
idea.
a good part of adulting right there.
It will so help you. I know you don't want to do it, but it'll really help you down the road when you need to be into that stuff.
Something to think about.
Giving every novelty food the publicity it so blatantly desires. It's The Riot on Radio U.
Anybody else? Just thinking about how much you need a Home Alone reboot right now.
So is it actually going to happen? Because I feel like they've been talking about a reboot of Home Alone for quite some time.
Really?
But what we don't realize, or at least I always forget, there's tons of Home Alones.
Oh, dude.
Now, they're not pretty. They go for like higher numbers, but I thought there's a bunch of them.
If you have Disney Plus, I have watched Home Alone 1 and 2 streaming from Disney Plus.
Isn't there a 3 and a...
There's like 3, 4,
maybe
Home Alone
5.
again, Home Alone, like on
Back
and on
to
and
the
on.
Home,
There's
all this
so
stuff.
much Home Alone that's on Disney Plus. But now they're saying they're doing a quote-unquote reboot where they're just like...
For Disney Plus or for theaters?
Okay, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is just going to Disney Plus.
Could be.
So they've announced the cast list, and they've also announced that the kid will not be Kevin McAllister.
Oh, it'll be a new story?
So they say that it's going to be a new setup. It's going to be very similar to the original. So it's basically a reboot, but it's not going to be the McAllister family. So the one that you need to...
Feels like licensing then. Doesn't it? Like, it feels like...
Oh, yeah, but they own it.
Do they own back to, like, the beginning with it? Because...
Okay, let me put it this
way.
way.
They might own the rights to it, but do they own everything?
You're probably right. This is probably a way for them to not pay the original writers.
There's a loophole for...
There's
it's for
probably something somewhere. You know what? You're probably right.
Because if not, why wouldn't they just totally reboot it?
Because, Nikki, they care so deeply about the franchise. They don't want to create any brand confusion. I'm sure that's what it is.
Maybe.
So the guy who's going to be Kevin, or the Kevin character, is Archie Yates. And you're like, who is that? Well, let me help you. Jojo Rabbit which was the Hitler movie that came out where the
with
kid.
the one guy.
This is his friend in the
that
commercials.
guy.
Because
At the end, he's got this saying on the trailer.
that's so good when he's
Yeah.
like, "It's a bad time to be a Nazi."
That's
it's
him.
so funny, and I don't know if it's funny in context. I haven't seen it.
Outside of that, it's funny
but it's
when
that kid
there.
Yeah, so he's the one that's going to be the Home Alone kid. And then Ellie Kemper and Rob Delaney will be the other
cast
members that they have announced so far.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be good.
If
it's Disney Plus, then it has to be just like pretty good. It doesn't have to be theater good, just close to it.
You're right.
Netflix good. There's no difference.
Well, okay. I'm like, this Ellie Kemper lady looks so familiar.
She's in the Schmidt, the Netflix thing.
Yep. Kimberly Schmidt. Kevin Schmidt. It's Kevin Schmidt, right?
No, it's not.
It's not.
What's something?
Wait, I'm going to get it. No.
That show on Netflix.
Why? Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
That's it. See, we were practically there. We knew it. It kind of counts that we knew that.
Boom. She's also been in...
Was she in The Office?
She's been in a lot of stuff. Yeah, The Office. She had a recurring role she was a main role in season 5 and recurring in season 6 through 9. She was on The Office, The Third Floor, which apparently was a web spinoff. And she's been in a couple of other things here and there. So there you go.
There's something that they're working on.
So you would totally recognize her if you saw her. And I think she's going to be the mom.
So it's due to start filming early next year in Canada.
Well, it's a little less expensive in Canada.
That'll
Nikki.
be out sometime after that.
Yeah. So, well, hooray. Woo.
Yay. Something new to watch.
Everything you love about the Riot, plus a handy dandy fast forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Blue Bottle Coffee. They are another hoity-toity coffee shop.
Maybe not in your area, but they're around.
Well, it's interesting because a lot of us, get coffee. Last night, I went and got coffee. I had some decaf, which I'll admit to you feels like a waste of time and money.
But in the evening, you shouldn't roll the dice like that by not having. You have to have decaf.
I know. We
get up too early.
It was like 7 o'clock, and it's like, bro, there's caffeine even in the decaf.
Sleep?
Do you even?
You're not going to.
So, but at the same time, I couldn't sit at a coffee shop and have nothing.
Sure.
So I did. I know what you're saying. An herbal tea. Listen, can we get back to the story, please? Okay. So the coffee shop has joined the Zero Waste International Alliance. And so their idea is that in early 2020, they want to eliminate disposable cups and coffee bags.
So basically in their area, like it's Berkeley for one of their stores, but they have a ordinance that will add 25 cents on paper cups.
Okay.
So if you went to a coffee shop, another one, and you did not bring a reusable cup and you used a disposable one, just like in certain parts of the country, if you don't use your own reusable bags and use one of the plastic ones, you get a charge.
Right.
You charge a few cents. Here it'd be 25 cents on your cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's a sin tax.
It is, basically.
That's what it is.
Blue Bottle Coffee has said, well, they're actually going to then just go with no cups.
So here's how it works.
You cup your hand.
You put it out.
You wear a special glove.
Or
a baggie.
You're able to go in the back, and if you lean back, it's kind of one of those back things. They just lean you back, and they just pour it right in your mouth.
So you can drink it while you're there.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
No, but what you do is you either bring your own cup or you pay a $3 to $5 deposit on a cup that you borrow.
And then you bring
return
back.
it later and you get your deposit back.
I think I kind of thought about is some places leave out like umbrellas, and then you're just supposed to the honor system kind of bring it back when you're done with it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But for this, you actually have to put a deposit down and
$3 to $5. I wonder what those disposable or those borrow cups look like.
Yeah, the coffee company said, well, they'll lose money probably because people will not bring the cups back and they'll be more probably expensive than that, but they say they're willing to.
I guess if you like get in the habit, basically, of carrying around like a mug or something like that.
You almost need to have a luggage packed in your car with like your reusable utensils, your straws, your bags, your coffee cups, and all that stuff.
It's interesting.
Your plates.
It has been interesting to me to watch us pick apart the old world, which is probably not the right way to say it. But, we reached a point in our society where we were so excited that we didn't have to bring a cup, that we didn't have to bring our own silverware, all of that stuff. And now we're undoing that. So here's what I would like to know. 50 years from now, are they like, man, come on.
Well,
and they go back to some kind of disposables.
That's something to think about.
Where do we go? Because a lot of our behavior is cyclical from generation to generation. So, like, what's
the next trend? I'm more worried that then they'll say, well, no one gets coffee then anymore.
Well, that's not okay.
So for this, if you go in to also buy bulk coffee or like a yogurt or something, same thing. You would go in with your own reusable container.
Okay.
The coffee price will not change. You just need to pay more if you don't bring your cup.
Yeah, I really do think things like this are a good idea, and yet, man, I'm lazy.
Well, I never go in. My biggest thing is if I have the cup and I'm going through the drive-through.
You just got to hand it to them?
It slows it down, or they put it in there, then you have to wait. That it's not as convenient if you go in.
Yeah, it's true, Nikki.
But shame on me for driving, so I should just go in.
I'm glad you acknowledge your privilege like that.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
I shouldn't be doing that.
You're listening to The Riot. Let's all work together today to live life with the patience of a Nikki dealing with an Obadiah.
Gotta hang in there and get through it.
You're listening to The Riot.
So does anybody have plans for, getting the extra Christmas money they need?
You mean like getting another job or selling some stuff or?
Like whatever.
A little bit of both?
Like I'm going to DJ a party tonight. That's something where I'll be able to take that money and then immediately spend it on other people.
Well, that's the joy of the season, right?
It's the joy of the season.
It is what it is. At least you can make some extra money to do that.
Now, see, Nikki, that's not how you're supposed to look at it.
Is it not?
You're supposed to take it in the most negative way possible.
I was trying to make it a positive.
No, it is a positive. I'll tell you what, that's for sure. Anytime you get an opportunity to make some extra money, especially if you need it, be grateful.
You
That's
take
good.
it. You just do it.
But that being said, what if I could just get extra money for all the work I'm already doing?
Now, how can we do that?
Well, apparently we need to work for this company in Maryland called St. John Properties.
I saw this video everywhere.
Dude.
Absolutely everywhere. It was like the feel-good video of yesterday.
So they apparently had a good year. So they bring in their 198 employees, which, by the way,
is a lot.
That's a lot of employees. And they decided, like, hey, guys, I just want to let you know, welcome to the Christmas party. We're going to take this $10 million and we're going to spread it out amongst you.
So basically a $10 million bonus, but instead it went to all the employees and they got to divide it up.
Yeah. So
what is the math?
It's about $50,000
per employee.
Mm-hmm.
So,
whoa.
So like,
whoa.
That's the Christmas bonus?
Yeah.
So what do you do next year then? I mean, there's only probably down.
Okay.
It's not like a yearly thing?
No, it's not. They've never done this before.
Like
this is
special. They should have done it outside of Christmas because now you're expecting.
Man, you find out you start first of the year. You're like, daggone it!
No.
What?
At least you have more money. That'd be awesome.
No, what I'm saying is you start first of the year, so you miss the bonus.
You missed the bonus.
No!
You hear about the year that they gave them the $50,000 each.
Next year, everybody gets Jelly of the Month Club. Like, well, not every year can be a $50,000 year.
Maybe it's only full time, but if you only put in a few hours, you're not getting the bonus.
You're working 25 hours a week. You're so close to full time. You're almost there.
But you just don't get it. That's nice of the company to do. And this got them a lot of press, so more business.
Tons of press. One woman they interviewed says this is life-changing. Which, I mean, in reality, somebody getting you $50,000 could change your life.
Absolutely.
Like there's a lot of things that you could do if you were smart and you either A, paid off your bills, or B, invested it. Like, phew, come on.
Yeah, if you paid off your stuff. It maybe allowed yourself one small fun thing.
No, you should totally do that.
You have to have one, but put a limit on it.
Right.
It can't be like a Cybertruck. You're going to have to put a limit.
Yeah, a car would be about the dumbest thing you could do with that money.
Pay off your car.
That's
maybe
different.
That's
Yeah,
better.
That would be different. But going and buying a new car would be such a waste.
Not the smartest.
Yeah, let's see. $50,000 if you gave it to me. I don't have any consumer debt, which that's if you've If you've never gotten a credit card and started buying things, don't.
Don't do that.
And if you have, stop. Just trust me, it's not worth it. What would I do with $50,000? I think probably a vacation.
And then save the rest.
Yeah.
And see, again, also, you're not spending $50,000 on a vacation.
No.
You're having a vacation that has a limit.
$49,500, and then you put the $500 in the bank.
The rest you save, and then you just enjoy it.
Yeah, where would I go, though?
You go to Japan.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we'd go to Japan.
Right now, I think what I do is I just buy a hammock and sleep for a week.
A $49,000 hammock?
Well, it is made of gold and platinum.
It's a special
the
one.
rope is braided gold. It's not even comfortable, but that's what I got.
A very nice thing for the company to do for its employees.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll tell you what. I've got a couch in my basement that's about 25 years old. I'll just go take a nap on that. It's practically the same
thing.
It's practically the same.
It was bad enough the first time around, but now it's worse. Don't believe us? Just keep listening. You'll find out soon enough. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Now, Nikki, this is a safe space, right?
Yeah. You can share whatever you want.
You sure?
I hope so. I think so.
Like when I tell you what I'm about to tell you,
Is that bad?
you're not going to judge me?
I promise.
I signed up for AMC Stubs A-List again last night.
Okay. So we're going to work through that.
You know what? Here's what you guys didn't see. Here's what you didn't see. You didn't see her look down and then close her eyes so the eye roll could not be seen.
No, I just felt like it's an allergy. Like something's in the studio.
Now, Nikki, I don't want you to be a...
Now, I don't want to be a big boat either. That's the worst. That shuts me up right away.
Nikki also looked down, but single tear.
It's fine.
Now, go
You're
ahead.
like, what noise will hurt you the most? That's it.
And then number 2.
No, that's just gross. The other one hurts personally.
So, go ahead.
Yes.
What were you going to say about it?
Well, if
Okay.
I was talking to someone else about it,
Not me, of course.
Hey, what choices are we making and stuff?
Yeah.
Are we sure that going into January and February, traditionally times where there's no movies, are we sure that that's the good time to go into it?
All right.
To go back into it.
Here's what happened. Phone call last night. Actually, multiple phone calls that led to multiple... And by phone calls, we all know I mean text messages.
Yeah, no one's calling. It better not be because all your friends want you to go see Cats next week because that's not going to happen. You're not seeing it.
How did you know?
That's not it. And if that is, then you need to change your friendship.
Next Friday, I'm going to see Cats 3 times.
We're all allowed to see every other movie but that one.
3 times.
Well, what's this week? This weekend it's Jumanji.
Jumanji and something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then next weekend is you got Star Wars, you got
and then the other
Cats, and then isn't there like another movie? I swear there's like one other thing floating out there that we're not thinking about.
But then that's kind of it. So
right, but now nobody gets sad, but Nikki and I are going to take some time off.
Oh, at the end of the year, which is in a few weeks.
Like once Christmas hits, you're not going to hear us again until like January 5th. Like we're out. Okay. Now, in fairness. There will be Worst of the Riot 2019.
Sure.
Which we always do, podcast, the whole 9 yards, whatever. But, okay, last night I was doing the math, and I am going to go to the movies 4 times over the course of that week. That led to $48 plus convenience fees, which
so you
were
might as
not
well.
very convenient.
Sure.
So I was up to over $60. Or I could pay $20 and, I'm set. And in that moment, I was like, well.
All right. I'm fine. Well, when should we tell you to cancel it? When do you want us to do that?
Well, I want to see.
February?
I want to see. Like, what if,
January is just a mess. There's nothing there.
Well, let's see what
are you going to go see in January?
All right. Okay.
What are you going to see?
I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. Let's take a minute. We're going to come back. We're going to look at the January release
Are we
calendar.
really?
Yeah, we are.
Are we
And
really?
what do you have to do that's so much better?
Then we're still here. There's nothing to do.
All right.
Okay, so you tell me what's in January that's worth keeping that.
Well, everybody get ready to judge here in the judgment-free zone.
No, I want to hear what movies, and I want to hear a breakdown of what it's about.
Well, I didn't think about it when I signed up. I'm just looking short term.
It's right there. They got you again.
I didn't think about it.
I just signed up.
Where do you go when you need someone to listen to your problems and give you a big hug? Not here. Obviously, this is The Riot on Radio U.
So I signed up for AMC Stubs A-List.
Back again.
Again. I'm back on the
They
wagon.
make you wait if you...
6 months.
6 months, which I don't know if any of the other movie subscription, like movie theater ones, do that, but you have to wait 6 months to go back again.
I don't know if it's been 6 months or not.
They don't care, I think,
don't
at
know,
that
whatever,
point.
Right? Okay, so here's where we are. We're trying to figure out, sure, there's movies in December that I'll see, but is there anything in January? So here we go. You ready? 1917. I really do want to see that.
Which one's that?
It's a World War I movie, and the big hook is that it's a one shot.
Oh.
It's not really, but they've made it seem like it
one
is.
shot. When's that out?
January 10th.
January 10th?
Okay. You know what? Your tone is really
No,
bothering
I
me.
want to hear. I'm just afraid
Do you know what you
that
said? Here, let me say
you win
when is that
into-
out?
That's just my natural tone.
Okay.
That's
Well,
my
tone's-
resting voice
tone's
tone.
important.
I feel like the January season is normally where the not so strong movies go.
You are correct.
They figured you're desperate. Most of the country's cold. You got to go in to get to the heat somewhere.
Okay.
So
Friday, January 17th. Bad Boys for Life.
that could be fun.
Okay. I mean, that's probably going to happen. January 24th. Okay, we're out. All right.
There are movies out. I just don't recognize them.
31st. Okay, let's get into February. All right?
No,
February.
that doesn't count. We're talking January.
What we got? Oh, okay. Boom. It's completely justified. The Sonic the Hedgehog movie is out in February.
Don't tell me you would see that. No.
Birds of Prey.
Is that the
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that one.
Blah, 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 whatever. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. That sounds terrifying.
Just what you want to see in the movies, right?
Emma.
Oh, okay. Well, I am going to see that.
Well, no.
I don't need a movie thing for that, though. I'll just go. I'm worried January's a bit empty for bigger movies.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Nikki. They also are going to do their Oscar showcase, and you know how much I love the nominees.
Where's your buzzer at? I can't hit it, but you need to hit that. He's lying on that. That was sarcasm. Listen, we support you whatever you want. You do you, okay? You do whatever you want.
Okay, but here's the other thing is remember
And that's fine.
For January you also do some mop up from some holiday and
Sure, you can go back and watch it a few that you missed or want to see again.
I will say the one thing that is nice about this one theater is they have 30 screens, so movies stay way longer than they should. Way longer than they should.
I just want to know is, are we supposed to set a reminder to cancel this?
I won't forget.
Okay.
No.
Someone timestamp this.
This is one I really won't forget because it'll have me looking at movie releases like weekly.
Okay.
I'm back in, Nikki.
I feel like our life is cyclical, and I feel like we're 6 months past, where we were going through this the first time.
It is cyclical.
We're back in it.
We're back in.
We're back in again.
Hey, stick around for 3 weeks from now when we're going to be like, it's a healthy new year.
Oh, no. We got to get back into that, don't we?
It's going to be a new
stuff.
New us with
It's
a new
us.
New you.
Yeah, that's fine. It's coming.
It's fine.
Live it up. Go see as many movies as you want right now and eat whatever you want. It's all going to change soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Do you guys think it's too late for me to change what I want for Christmas?
Well, is there an option now? A new thing? Mm-hmm. What's the new hot thing?
It's called the Carapace. Carapace.
How do you spell it?
Carapace. It is this new super yacht that they've built. Well, it's actually not built. It's just been designed. You would have to pay for them to build it.
Sure.
But do you know what it does?
How many months and what's the financing on that?
Well, I think Apple's offering no interest on your...
on your super yacht, which you can run with your new phone.
Fantastic, right? It doubles as a submarine.
It's amazing looking.
It's not that it just...
It's not just a yacht.
It doesn't have a submarine. It is a submarine. So if you decide that you're like, you know what? Let's go under the water for a while.
You can do that?
You can do that.
Do you think then you have to have a captain? Like, do you have to have a special...
Oh, yeah. You're
like,
not
you can't
running.
just be,
you are not running that.
You can't just be a boat enthusiast and then turn into someone who can run a submarine.
No way, dude. No
You need training for
way.
that.
You've got to have somebody that knows, oh my gosh, it's so freaking cool.
It's almost 8 times the length of a double-decker bus and can go into the ocean for 10 days at a time, meaning a submarine.
10 days underwater.
10 days underwater.
Shut up.
The pictures of it are impressive. The renderings, like the drawings.
Yeah, so, I mean, they haven't built it yet, but...
You know what I would want to do? I'd want to be on the boat when they're like, all right, turn it into a submarine. The alarms that go off. Yeah, the things that shut, airlock, and all that stuff that happens in order to turn it into a submarine.
All right, Captain, rig for dive.
Yeah, whatever the code is.
And then you're just like, what are you doing? I don't know. I'm underwater. Whatever.
So you can be on the deck, but if you want to, then it turns and goes into an underwater submarine.
Fantastic.
VIP cabins, all the fun stuff.
My only concern is...
The price?
Well, okay.
I mean,
You know
if
what?
that's not an issue.
Nikki, I don't like that you immediately went to the money.
Well, you have to. You can't have it if you don't.
Oh my gosh. You know what? you just lack vision. Could you just focus?
Well, you still have to buy it, but
Could
okay.
you just focus
sure.
for a minute
What else
here,
are we
okay?
focusing
and
on
stop
then?
talking about money like it's the most important thing. But I mean, you would really need some specialty crew members to run that.
Yeah, you
because
would.
You've got to have some people that can sail, but can also
Submarine. And I thought
Wow.
only submarine people were the ones who were trained in submarine stuff.
I mean, there must be. You're probably going to hire a lot of the people that do are probably
yeah.
ex-Navy. Probably, I guess.
Who can't say anything about their previous years, but can run the submarine.
The other thing about that, too, is like you start asking. I feel like the kind of people that buy this are like, well, what's legal and where's international waters?
What can you do out there?
What can I do out there that I can't do here?
It's impressive looking. It's a super yacht and it's a submarine.
Dude,
Of course it is.
incredible.
Did they give an estimated, like, I mean, they're not making this, so this is
You have to order it.
you have to order it. How much is it?
You think it's too late, like for Christmas delivery?
Probably.
You know what? We don't currently have a price for
It's
it.
so much money, they don't even need to tell us because it doesn't matter.
Let's see. It has pool, spa, gym, lounge. So most of the stuff I have at my apartment.
It's almost the same, right?
It's practically the same.
Alyssa, I like your text. Don't forget to put your snacks and towels off the deck before you go under.
Well,
you
yeah,
don't lose
I mean,
anything.
Yeah, but that's what the cabin boy's for.
They'll get everything
That's
before
their
you
job
go.
to take care of it.
The Riot is well versed on many different topics.
They're shy at first, but they're quite skilled at conversation.
This is The Riot on Radio U.
Seriously, I think the whole show has just been about me talking about things we can't afford.
You mean personal things that we're excited to see but not willing to pay for?
So we just came off the super yacht that
Super
is
yacht
also a submarine.
submarine.
Oh my gosh, I want it. Just for a minute. Well, okay, for a few
Just
weeks.
to be invited on it would be nice, but not to have to pay for it.
Okay, there's that. I got one more for you, though, Nikki. Did you see that NASA, sorry, that's on the sidebar, that Apple unveiled what is their most expensive Mac Pro?
Yes. Is
People
it
have-
like
people-
$53,000 something dollars?
I'm sorry.
Am I off?
It's $52,599.
$52,000. Does that include tax or are we going over?
That does not include tax. But you can get 6% cash back if you buy with the Apple Card. It says it right there.
This must be quite a machine.
Okay, it has a 28-core Xeon processor, 1.5 terabytes of memory, just RAM. It's got dual graphics cards, 4 terabyte of storage. an Apple Afterburner card. I don't even know
what is
I don't even
that?
know what that is.
What is an Afterburner card?
It comes with a mouse and a keyboard. That is just so
savings.
nice.
I mean, you would have spent close to that anyways.
Oh, yeah.
If you would have just bought a lower one.
For sure.
I bet you that's for like editing for like movies and stuff. It has to be more for that side of the world, for the job world.
It's for something.
Not that we're doing.
Somebody somewhere is making something
To put that much together. It's a
with
machine.
this.
It's quite a machine.
So there you go. You for only $52,599. You know, when you look at that, it actually makes a MacBook Air or Pro seem very affordable. You know,
maybe that's their reasoning for doing this.
They got to show you the $53,000 option so that when you go in to get a MacBook, you're like, why is this $1,000 and a Dell is only $500?
You're not supposed to look at those, just the Macs.
Oh, you're looking the wrong way. Like, let's talk about why this is $1,000 and not $53,000.
That's a lot of money.
Wow.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
A realist.